In today's video, we're doing a gin. You're welcome. So you will note this is not exactly gin colored, which is typically clear. This is another Crowded Barrel release, and this one was actually aged in oak barrels, specifically new oak barrels at char level 3. And believe it or not, this was only aged for 4 months, but in the Texas heat, that changes things dramatically. Crowded Barrel's normal gin is called the Apology, and they call it that because it's generally a whiskey place and they have a gin they made. And in this case, they said, you're welcome because we fixed it. There's also 108.1 proof. It's a funny little nod to the fact that they were doing a gin and they thought, what the heck, let's put it in an oak barrel. And it turned into this. So looking forward to finding out what this will taste like. I don't normally do gins. I will admit, the way they seal their bottles, not really a fan. However, all of these are done by hand. What an odd little cork you are. Ooh. Sorry. I also want to point out the amazing artwork they have in this bottle. It's a similar style to Alphonse Mucha, who is a Czech C-C-E-C-H painter. Czech. We begin with the color. Misleading, isn't it? At a glance, it looks like a bourbon, which is crazy. Because again, 4 months and that's it. But Texas does weird things and fun things to lots of stuff, it would seem. Onto the nose. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. Oh, wow. It's much lighter than I expected to be. I expected, juniper. It's more floral. Very light, little pine. There's just a tinge of juniper. Yeah, I'm getting hung up on the pine note. Gives it a slightly herbal quality. But then again, it's a gin. That's kind of the point. Yeah, the nose is actually much softer than I thought. It makes me think of Christmas. I had Christmas wreath going through my mind. Juniper is there, but not extreme. I had a bit of mint. I may be fooling myself, but there might be some orange or lemon zest. It's actually quite pleasant. I'm officially looking forward to having a sip of this. I was not sure what to expect, and I always feel gin is very aggressive as far as alcoholic spirits have gone in my life. Onto the palate. Wow. That was a surprise right there. First sip, Ryan, stop. It's doing things, though. The best way I can put it is it kind of exploded really briefly, then mellowed out. But it's still there, it's lingering. And that was just a very quick sip. I'm almost nervous to see what will happen when I hold it in the palate. Here we go. Kick up the spices. Wow. Green herbal, slight mint, juniper. Just trying to try. The spices are there. Like serious spices. Again, I'm thinking rosemary. Doesn't happen very often, but recently rosemary's popped up. The nose is very inviting. I'm very happy on the nose being so soft and not what I expected from a gin. It does have a very long lingering finish. Not dry, almost like a film. It just sticks on my tongue. Come to think of it, it's not drinking as the proof. If someone said this is over 50%, I would call bullshit. The spices explode right away and then fade. There's so many spices going on. I thought rosemary, possibly basil, juniper berry. However, the mental image I'm having is a wreath with those little red berries on them. I always saw them on some kind of pine tree. I believe it was in my front yard when I was a kid, or somewhere in my yard. Not sure what kind of tree that is, and not sure if those berries are edible. I highly doubt it. But that is the mental picture I am getting. This is a very exploratory gin. Like, I keep going back to it, trying to find more. Just had me thinking of some kind of white flower. I'll try to explain this, and hopefully there'll be an image here, but it's a large petaled flower that droops slightly. I hope I remember what that is. It's got a burst, like a fruit burst at the start. And then it's really spicy. Not overly herbal. That's what I really like. It's spices, herbal, slightly sweet. And we're talking powdered sugar sweet. And then it just kind of fades away. Slowly. I'm digging this. I really am. It makes me want to try... It makes me want to try a gin and tonic, except for the fact I don't particularly like tonics. Maybe a gin and soda water. I think that would really kick ass, especially for the summer, which is part of why I am doing a variety of different spirits this month. There you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you out there. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.